I am so grateful to Jo and her dedication to land conservation. She truly is a Renaissance woman, and she generously shares her wisdom with all. While I appreciate her many and significant achievements, what stands out for me is Jo's laugh. It is exuberant, it is contagious, it is fun, and she does it often. What a joy she is to the world.
Jo Chamberlain has a vision for CLT, and she made it happen. My favorite part of her vision is the creation of the Junior Land Stewards Program. The Coastside Land Trust is about community, and the heart of any community is its children. The JLS program, as envisioned by Jo, creates a new generation of stewards of open space. These children are our best ambassadors to the adults in our community. They get their hands dirty and relish their contribution to the planet. The muddier it is, the more they enjoy it. They will grow up with an innate understanding of the importance of open space in all of our lives. Of course, Jo didn't leave out the adults. She organized many workdays that were full of fun and delightful accomplishment. It was obvious that she enjoyed seeing others experience the satisfaction that comes from making a contribution. And when the pandemic made workdays impossible, she organized webinars so people could learn and enjoy the open space in safety. Stewardship and vision. Jo has guided us into a very good place, and we all thank her for it. She has made a lasting impact on our community.
Jo Chamberlain, to me, embodies Coastside Land Trust. Her passion, enthusiasm, and positivity for saving the coastal bluffs was and is infectious. My husband, Jim, here, first became aware of the organization when it was called Half Moon Bay Land Trust. We were new to the coast and were involved here in El Granada in coastside parklands. Through our love of the coastside, we wanted to help preserve what makes this place truly special, and that is the coastal bluffs, the open space. That is when we met Mike Kimsey and started to contribute to CLT. We truly thank Jo for all her years of passionate work and to Mike for getting us involved. Through Jo, CLT has become an important part of the community through land preservation and education. Thank you so much, Jo and Mike.
Okay.
I'm Sarah Polgar, a CLT board member since 2011, and I think through Jo's leadership, CLT has become woven into our coastside community in so many ways. Our habitat restoration workdays and coastal cleanups, annual goats grazing at the railroad right-of-way, bird walks and talks and webinar series, the nature journaling workshops and art shows in our office gallery, building the coastal trail at Wavecrest, and of course, Junior Land Stewards. Jo was being strategic and mission-driven with these. She knows that for people to want to protect open space, they have to connect with the land and feel empowered to care for it. And Jo also knew that different people get engaged and feel connected in different ways. So she made sure that CLT gave them lots of opportunities and options. And these are what CLT has become recognizable and familiar and cherished for in our community. And in helping Jo and CLT do all these wonderful community engagement activities, I've become more connected and with this wonderful community. So many of my great memories and friends here are through CLT, including and especially Jo. I remember CLT's first youth art show opening event at the office gallery, and a few of the younger artists began rolling around and wrestling in the middle of the gallery, not the usual behavior at one of these events. And Jo came up to me and announced enthusiastically, "Well, this is more exciting than our usual show opening." And when I asked her if we should put a stop to it, she told me, "It's their art show. They can wrestle if they want to." We've had so much fun together, even on the tougher stuff like the trail planning and serving on the GPAC. And that's because Jo found humor and injected a bit of silly and adventure into it all. And I am grateful to her for all she has done for CLT and the community and me.
Hi, Bob Rogers here, incoming Executive Director of Coastside Land Trust.
Having served on our board for 17 years as past president and member of all of our committees, I can safely say that Jo Chamberlain and Mike Kimsey have shepherded our land trust from a small fledgling group of dedicated individuals meeting in the back room of the San Benito House to where we are today, with a prominent Main Street location, over $8 million of protected land, a state-of-the-art junior land stewards outdoor education program, a fantastic dedicated and effective staff, many new open space land acquisitions, a successful booth at the Pumpkin Festival selling pumpkin seeds and cookies, regular tours of our historic Purisima Old Town site, fascinating monthly webinars which explore and explain the science behind our beautiful natural surroundings by expert professionals and educators, an informative interactive nature journaling program with workbooks for kids of all ages, the continuation of our beloved coastal trail all the way south to Redondo Beach Road. Jo and Mike paved the way for all these projects, so we are able to share in detail this natural sense of place for present and future generations. It is and always will be their lasting legacy. Farewell to both Jo and Mike.
Hi, I'm Barbara Dye, member of the Stewardship Committee for Coastside Land Trust. When I moved here in 2014, I immediately sought out the local land trust because that was my background. And I realized that they were very successful at preserving large areas of coastal open space, and that it was largely due to the professionalism and efficiency of its extraordinary executive director, Jo Chamberlain, that she put together some really innovative ways to preserve and protect land, purchasing hundreds of small parcels and working out a system whereby they were grouped and managed by the land trust. She really leaves a legacy behind as she retires, and she will never be forgotten, and she will be greatly missed. Thank you for all your hard work, Jo.
I worked closely with Jo for the 7 years that I was CLT's president. She was an absolute joy to work with. She was incredibly informed and on top of everything. She was like Gary and Alvaro, our local bird experts, who can hear a bird call, identify it as a twin-banded widget bird, and you'd go, well, that's got to be right, even though you had no idea whether it was right or not. You trusted their judgment. And Jo would say things with the same authority, and I trusted her to be right because of her expertise. As board members, we knew that Jo was the boss, but she never took advantage of that. She understood that her role was to bring things to the board for decision, and that it was the board's call. That said, like any good executive director, she knew how to make a compelling case to the board, so we frequently followed her lead. Her accomplishments as executive director were remarkable, and everyone on the coast side who supports open space protection owes her a tremendous debt of gratitude. She took a sleepy land trust and through tireless efforts turned it into one of the largest landowners on the coast side. She was passionate and tireless. Being the executive director was not just a job for her, it was her life's mission, her passion. Thank you, Jo, for everything that you have done for the community. Your contributions will be missed.
My name is Susan Dunn. I have been a member of the Board of Directors of Coastside Land Trust since 2019, when Mike Kimsey recruited me. During the past 5 years, I have witnessed firsthand the remarkable contributions made by Jo Chamberlain. As Executive Director, Jo solicited and processed land donations. Jo assured that Coastside Land Trust maintained its properties, paid its taxes, and monitored its easements. Jo has been responsible for financial accounting, which has been approved annually by independent audits. Jo has hired, trained, and inspired Coastside Land Trust staff. And Jo has been an effective fundraiser, securing increasing levels of financial support year after year. Coastside Land Trust will always be true to the values Jo instilled: protection of the environment, connection to the community, and love of nature. Above all, the land she preserved forever will forever remind us of her.
Jo, just wanted to thank you for getting me roped into CLT all those years ago when I was in the Spanish class. And you talked me into getting on the stewardship committee. It's been a wonderful experience. Really enjoyed your leadership and learning about the trust and what all we're doing. So thanks for all the years of help and happy retirement.
Hi, Jo. Haley here. I just wanted to say a big thank you for your many years of service and leadership at CLT. It's a very special place largely because of you. You instilled a confidence in us all and created a warm and welcoming environment in which we all thrived. We miss you and will carry your teachings with us always. I hope you are thoroughly enjoying your retirement because you truly deserve it.
Jo, so grateful for our time together working at the Coastside Land Trust. As you know, you and Barbara Lohman are two of my greatest inspirations in my adult life. I so admire your passion to leave the world better than you find it, your grit and your attention to quality, your ability to hold the big picture through it all, your grace and humor with people, your confidence that comes with doing really great work and being dedicated to that. Thank you for being such an inspiring leader as the executive director. You gave us as a staff such encouragement to take the lead in our own domains with specific guidelines and parameters, and always there to help, but really making us feel that the work we're doing and know that the work we're doing is really meaningful. For all those reasons, I'm so grateful for you, Jo, and congratulations on your retirement.
Jo, I know I've only been at CLT for a little over a year, but that year working with you was amazing. You helped me feel at home after just having moved to California, teaching me all about Half Moon Bay and the coastside. You made days at the office fun for both myself and our mascot, Phoebe, who came to adore her auntie. Thank you so much for what you've done, and I wish your retirement to be full of nature and laughter.
Hi, I'm Jack McCarthy, a CLT board member. And I just want to say about Jo, one of the things that really shows her value to CLT over the years has been the weekly email she sends us board members. And every week she tells us what she's doing with stewardship, fundraising, political outreach, community outreach, acquisitions, a whole list of responsibilities that she's done with great talent and execution and verve. And really that shows us, that showed me over the years how valuable and helpful she's been to us.
I hadn't been acquainted with Jo until Bo Gill vetted me for a position with the CLT board. I remember thinking she was quiet and contemplative. It didn't take very long to understand how strong and intelligent a person she truly is. All of the open space that we enjoy in our community are a direct result of Jo leading our efforts, along with Mike Kimsey's diligent heading of our fundraising. Jo, I trust you will enjoy your free time, and I will miss not seeing you quite so much. I met Mike at the same interview, and I could immediately tell that he was driven and very passionate. He gained my respect over his tenure with CLT. This dynamic duo has shaped our community and organization and positioned us to succeed. We have a lot to live up to.
Hello, Jo Chamberlain. I want to personally take this opportunity to thank you for all that you have given to protect and expand our precious coastline. For me personally, working with you on the Stewardship Committee, each day has become a learning experience with you showing and explaining things I would never have known on my own. The burrowing bumblebees, the popcorn flowers, the variety of raptors flying overhead, and identifying them, and why the land shifts and changes over the years and how we contribute to this. Jo, you have been on a mission to protect our gift, to be enjoyed by all that follow us in the future as they walk down the trails that you are dedicated to preserve and protect. Thank you, Jo, for all that you have done, for all that you have given. You are a leader we all want to follow.